PACT Act.
Tonight, we have new details in the abuse of a Tooele man's body by Salt Lake City police officers. The 2024 incident came to light last week, and tonight, victim's family is speaking out about the officer's behavior.
News Specialist Garna Mejia joins us live from the Salt Lake City Police Department. Garna, who were you able to talk to today?
Yeah, we heard from Jason Lloyd's sister and his mother. Now, he is the man whose body was abused by a rookie officer during a hazing incident back in August of last year. The police department says that the officer was following misguided orders by staff, including his trainer. Body cam footage released last week shows that the rookie officer was wrongly instructed to help move the body, and he was then given a box cutter to cut blisters on Lloyd's arm. Afterwards, officers and staff and contractors with the medical examiner's office are seen laughing. Lloyd's mother and sister say they had no idea any of this happened until the day before police were required to release the body cam footage under Grandma public records laws.
We didn't know it was made into a prank. We just didn't even have a clue the depth of how awful it was until seeing that. He was a human being. And he was loved, and I don't care if he was homeless, he was a person and he mattered. And I felt like they treated him like garbage.
Family members say 47-year-old Lloyd suffered from a serious mental illness, and they tried everything to help him. Ultimately, Lloyd preferred living outside, so his family brought him food, money, and clothing a few times a week. They saw Lloyd just 4 days before his body was found. Now, in their initial report of the incident, Salt Lake police admitted to multiple violations and said that, quote, the incident had the potential to bring massive discredit to the department. I'll bring you more on those details coming up at 6:30. Back to you.
Garna Mejia live tonight. Garna, thank you. Today, Utah.
You're watching KSL News at 6.
New developments in the disturbing handling of a Tooele man's body by the Salt Lake City Police Department.
Yeah, today the victim's family is speaking out here on the officer's behavior and the police investigation. News Specialist Garna Mejia reports.
We know of 2 investigations into this incident through the Salt Lake City Police Department and the Office of the Medical Examiner. Now, Jason Lloyd's family tells me that they never really received an apology other than the statement that was released by former police chief Mike Brown.
Jason was a big teddy bear. He was a sweetheart.
Jason Lloyd also suffered a debilitating mental illness that led him to prefer living outside, on the streets. But that didn't stop his family from visiting him every week with essentials.
Sleeping bags, heaters in the winter, extra propane for him, food, Big Macs, because he loved Big Macs.
Last August, his parents were devastated when police found his body.
They saw him 4 days before he was found.
Took him a new tent and new shoes.
The medical examiner ruled 47-year-old Lloyd's death accidental, and his family laid him to rest. Last Thursday, they were expecting his headstone, but instead they got a call from Salt Lake City Police about their investigation into officers' handling of Lloyd's body.
We knew nothing.
They weren't going to tell us unless they had to. That's obvious. They only told us the day before.
On Friday, Lloyd's family, along with the public, learned the details. Through a public records request, the department released officers' body cam footage showing multiple violations in the handling of Lloyd's body. As part of a hazing prank, rookie officer Dakota Smeagol was instructed to cut blisters on Lloyd's arm with a box cutter. His trainer, officers, and staff with the medical examiner's office laughed.
I don't care if he was homeless, he was a person and he mattered. And I felt like they treated him like garbage.
Lloyd's family is devastated, questioning why no one was fired and whether this is an isolated incident or something more.
This can't be their first time.
The training officer, Mark Keep, resigned, and 2 officers were placed on administrative leave, including Paul Mulinax, who was named in another civil lawsuit alleging excessive force.
It's not okay, and I don't want this to happen to any human being.
And in new communications with the Salt Lake City Police Department today, they tell me that if we fall short, we take responsibility, learn, improve, and hold ourselves accountable. I'm Garna Mejia, KSL-5 News.
Garna, thank you. Dateline is
State.
New details tonight in the handling of a Tooele man's body by Salt Lake police officers. The victim's family is speaking publicly. The family of Jason Lloyd says he suffered with mental illness and preferred to live on the streets. Last August, police found his body and the death was ruled accidental. Just days ago, though, through the release of body cam video, his family learned that a rookie officer had abused his body. It shows the officer being instructed to cut blisters on Lloyd's arm as a part of a hazing prank.
I don't care if he was homeless, he was a person and he mattered. And I felt like they treated him like garbage.
The training officer resigned and 2 officers were placed on administrative leave. New video tonight shows the terrorist who